Bob Baker was a singer who had several starring roles as a singing cowboy in the late 1930s. Early years. Baker was born Stanley Leland Weed on 8 November 1910 in Forest City, Iowa. He spent part of his childhood and youth in Colorado and Arizona. Unlike most movie cowboys, Baker really worked as a cowboy in his youth, and was a rodeo champion when he was 16. He joined the Army at the age of 18, where he learned to play the guitar. He began singing professionally at the age of 20, for the KTSM radio station in El Paso, Texas. In Chicago he spent several months with WLS. In 1935 he married Evelyn. They were to have 4 children. Film career. Baker won a Universal Studios screen test in 1937 in competition against Leonard Slyer, and became the studio's lead singing cowboy. He starred in a dozen pictures before suffering an injury and being demoted to secondary roles. Bob Baker starred in the B Western Courage of the West with Lois January. She said, "Bob Baker was too pretty. He was nice, but didn't get friendly. He didn't want me to sing a song in his picture. That business is full of jealousy." This movie, his first, was thought to be his best. The others suffered from predictable plots and poor scripts. Fuzzy Knight worked with Baker as a sidekick on his first 4 films. Starting with The Last Stand, Baker rode Apache, a pinto he had bought in Arizona. A well-trained horse, Apache tolerated his signature trick of vaulting over the horse's rear into the saddle. Between work on the sets, Baker had to tour and perform at movie theaters, in part to promote the pictures and in part to earn extra income. Bob Baker accompanied his singing with a Gibson Advanced Jumbo guitar. He did not make any recordings. In a poll of 1939, Baker was rated 10th in a list of money-making Western stars. However, he did not have the star quality of a performer like Gene Autry. In 1939 he was partnered with Johnny Mack Brown and Fuzzy Knight in a series of movies where Brown clearly emerged as the star. His career went downhill, and he began playing in secondary roles, then in bit parts. Later years. After leaving the movie industry, Baker served again in the Army in World War II. He then became a member of the police force of Flagstaff, Arizona. He once again served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War. He later ran a dude ranch and became an expert in leather crafts. He had a series of heart attacks towards the end of his life. He died of a stroke on 29 August 1975 in Prescott, Arizona. Films.